Morgan Hill, and our Climate Education and Action Committee is going to talk with Julie Lucido, who is the owner of FillerUp Shop.
Hi, I'm Julie Lucido from the FillerUp Shop in Morgan Hill. I'm at 125 West Main, and I'm so glad to have you visit me today.
Great, Julie. It's good to be here. I visited you a couple of times. I just love your products.
Thank you, Margaret.
The first thing I'd like to ask you about is, who are you? Give me some background about who you are and what motivated you to start this business.
So I've been an elementary teacher for 18 years. That's what I did first. And so I've always been involved in the education system. And then I volunteered for 1 year at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And that's sort of where I learned about plastic and single-use plastic, and the fact that I never really put it together that plastic is made out of oil. And so if I'm having mayonnaise out of a plastic bottle or water out of a plastic bottle, that's absorbing that petroleum, and I'm just drinking it or eating it. And I started to put together, that might not be such a great thing. And then I started noticing more and more things. When I was a kid, mayonnaise was in a glass jar. It's not anymore. When I was a kid, peanut butter was in a glass jar. It's not anymore. Milk was in a glass jar. So slowly glass and aluminum is leaving and replaced by plastic. And I just decided I'm going to see what I can do to reduce single-use plastic in the world. That was kind of the beginning of my journey.
Great. Tell us about your products. Where do you get them? How does the price compare to other products you can get in the other stores? And what makes them unique?
So, do you want to come see inside? These are my products. It's kind of a range where I have body care products, so that can be shampoo, conditioner, hand soap, body wash, and lotions. And then I also have laundry. I have things to clean your dishes and things to clean your kitchen and your bathroom. So all-purpose cleaners. And everything in my shop is plant-based. Let's see, so I get, some of these vendors are local. I have vendors from Northern California. I have vendors from Southern California, but I also have a product from Canada. And how I get my vendors is, 1, it must be plant-based. 2, it has to work really well. So if it's a color care shampoo, people don't like it if it doesn't get all sudsy. So I want to make sure that my shampoos suds up, rinse out nicely. So just because it's plant-based, they also have to clean well. Most of my products, with the exception of the dishwasher pods, are gray water safe. So that means if you have a gray water safe system in your home, you can let the runoff water your plants with no harm. You can take these products with you camping or hiking and let the runoff go into the creek with no harm. These are small vendors. They have few employees, but things are made by hand. They pay a living wage. I like supporting those types of businesses.
Great. And how do the prices compare with what you get in the regular
So
store?
I have quite a few different brands. So how I work it is I sell by the ounce. And so some of the items might be a little bit more than you would pay, let's say, at Target. Some of the items are going to be exactly the same as you would pay at Target. But the one thing that people don't realize is plant-based items are super concentrated. So the items that are a little bit more than what you might pay at Target, the thing is you don't need as much. So for instance, my laundry detergent comes from a company from Oakland. It's a super concentrated laundry soap. You just need 1 ounce per load, and 1 ounce, that's 2 tablespoons per load. Versus like a big cupful, like maybe you would do with another type of laundry detergent. So that's kind of the trade-off too, is how much are you using? And with my product, you don't need to use as much.
Do they come with instructions? Like, can you use them on top of different tabletops, different surfaces?
Right. Because people are bringing in their own containers. So kind of how this works is people from home will bring their own containers. And some people bring like a mason jar, which has no labeling on it. Some people bring their own shampoo bottle. And so they come in. Now, what you put in your container isn't necessarily what the label says on your bottle. So you're right. So you need to kind of look at the instructions or look at the ingredients. What I tell my customers to do is just take a picture of my container. And it's just like any other, it's just a big version of what you would buy at the store. So I just tell them, take a picture of the ingredients and you'll always have that. You can also go to the websites and do some research on your own. But most of the time my customers just read the labels, take a picture, fill up.
What advice would you give anyone who wants to have a more sustainable household?
Yeah. My advice is always baby steps. Sometimes when people come in here for the first time, it can be a little daunting, a little overwhelming. They walk in and they look around and just think, I don't even know where to start. So I tell them, pick one item, look at everything, go home, look at what you have. What's one place to start? And usually it's laundry detergent or hand soap. Everyone feels like they can start there. And then the next time when they come in to refill, they'll always come with a couple more containers and they've figured out something else that they can do. So that's one thing you can do, is just start small baby steps. But the other thing is do a trash audit. So at your house, maybe you have a trash can and at the on Monday it's a nice fresh trash can, and then on Friday you kind of go through and sort it and look at everything. What is the thing that's taking up the most space in your trash can? And then, do you need to buy that item anymore? Can you get it differently? There's lettuce, comes in those big plastic containers with the lid. And maybe you'll find that you have 2 or 3 of them during the month. Well, do you need to buy your lettuce that way? Is there another way you can buy lettuce without that big plastic? So trash audits are great.
Yeah, great. One other question, where can people that are interested find more about your products?
So I have a website, which is just www.FillerUp.shop. And you can go to my website and look at my products. And there's some videos on the website and information about the products. But also follow me on Instagram at FillerUp.shop. I do a lot of posting about things that are new, some of my vendors, products that I have. So follow me on Instagram and Facebook. That's a great way to get a daily dose of what's going on here.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like our members to know?
Mostly I just encourage people to use me as a field trip. You can have a million questions sitting at home, and I get that, but I always encourage everyone to take a field trip. Just drive down. I'm on Main Street. I'm close to downtown. It's pretty easy to get to. Parking in the back. And just come with the feeling of, I'm just going to go check it out. I'm going to go see what she has. And I'm not even going to buy anything. That's a great place to start. A nice field trip.
Great.